Welcome back to the Sixth Man, and this week we got four of us on. We got House Lasku, we got the Sixth Man himself, and we got the Matt. Oh, I can't even remember. I never call
Lancashire
you by.
Laimbeer.
I know. I never call you by your nickname though, ever. But yeah, he's not coming to us from Lancashire. He's coming to us from London. And maybe we need to change it.
Watford.
Still London.
Oh man, everything's London these days, isn't it?
Unbelievable. But this week, what I want to do is, as we come towards the end of the season, I want to talk about the MVP. So we're going to start off. I've got a little game for you guys, just to chime in. I want you to reel off the MVPs from some years past. So I'm going to name the year, and then you're going to tell me who the MVP was. And we're going to start back at the turn of the century, the 2000-2001 MVP. It wasn't sponsored by Kia then, I don't think. Who do you think it was?
Exactly who it was.
Is it free for all, or is it because I've got a couple who I think it
is?
Big
clue. Alex knows who it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I'm assuming.
I think I know who it is then.
I think Matt might have the answer.
Yeah.
Is it the answer?
It is. The answer is the answer. It's Allen Iverson. He kicked off the century when he was playing.
I live here
in Philly. All right, next one. Won it back-to-back years in 2002 and 2003.
No, he's only got one. Does he have two or one? He's got two.
Who?
Do you know what? This is a real sticky one.
I think.
Well, first off, it's not Shaq because Steve Nash. It can't be Shaq. It can't be Shaq. So we rule him out.
He does have an MVP. I'm trying to think what year it is, and if it's
he didn't go back. He didn't win two though.
And that's
why he's pissed.
One or two. Okay, if it's just one, then it's
might be.
Right, so
it might be. Timmy D.
There you go. He's got it. Timmy D won it twice. Shaq did win it. He won it the year before AI won it in 99, 2000. But Timmy D coming in twice. One of his peers, somebody went up against a lot, won it the following year in 2004.
Yeah. I know that one.
We know that. But Mr. Harris, you go. Do you know who that is?
2004.
We spoke about this player recent. It was the most recent upload on the channel. He just had his jersey.
He had it, just had his jersey retired, but funnily enough, not for the team that he won the MVP for.
Elvis Basketball. It's KG.
It's Kevin Garnett. When he was on the Timberwolves, battling with Tim Duncan and the likes. All right, we've got another double header coming up next. His name's been said already.
That's Mr. Spurs fan.
Yeah, Steve Nash, 05 and 06, allegedly stealing Shaq's award. But
South Africa.
Is he South? I thought it was always. Is he South African?
That's what Ed's quiz was.
He was born in South
Africa. Yeah, and then he's Canadian and
sort of British.
His mum's English. That's why he's a big Spurs fan.
So weird. That is so weird. All right.
A lot of Canadians got like these really weird mixed backgrounds. Really cool, actually. You get that. Obviously, you get that a lot in London as well. Really cool, like different backgrounds.
Yeah, he's actually the first guy we've had that wasn't from the US. And the next guy isn't from the US either. 06, 07.
Yeah.
Got it.
Bounced out in the first round, right?
Yeah, bro. Big upset.
Tough year for him.
Put out the misery. It's Dirk.
Dirk Nowitzki repping Germany. They got bounced out the first round that year. I think he's talked about it.
By the We Believe team.
We Believe Warriors. And he was like, that was the lowest point ever. I think he said he went completely AWOL. He went to like the Australian outback afterwards, like for like weeks, was like with his shooting coach. It's
mad because you do so well in the regular season, you get to a standpoint and just like that, it's over.
Yeah, like just like
crazy.
That. 2007, 2008, and we're back to an American player now. He only won once. This is his only one.
Is it Bean?
It is. Kobe
Wow,
Bean Bryant.
yeah.
Only won once. He was just, I think it was basically him and no one else really.
No.
Maybe that was the one where they got Powell late in the season.
They would have had Powell. This is when they lost in the finals to the Celtics.
Yeah.
And they got absolutely trounced in that game 6 in the closeout game. But yeah, and as Ed goes on, that's the Doc Rivers Championship, which everyone bangs on about. Yeah.
Yeah. God.
I'm not sure. I think I remember Bill Simmons saying, obviously, that I think it was that series, not the other series where the Lakers won, but him saying that Pau Gasol should have won Finals MVP for that series, and how he was just super underappreciated and how he was the best player in that series. So I found that really interesting. I'd love to sort of go back and watch it and really see it, because he's someone that obviously gets forgotten. Those are Kobe's championships, but I found that really interesting. Maybe he's just sour grapes from being such a big Boston head or a mass hole. But yeah, that's an interesting little thing.
Kobe had a broken hand in that series, and he also had, there was something wrong with his leg or his knee that he had to get injected during the game that he spoke about during that 09, 010. Anyway, Bray, continue.
Yeah, I mean, but then that's mad how we go from Dirk the year before gets bounced out in the first round, and then Kobe's just taken all away. So like how it changes. All right, 2008, 2009. This guy has 4 MVPs. This is his first back-to-back MVP year.
Yeah.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
When he was with the Cleveland Cavaliers, he won it twice, and then in 2010, 2011, in comes the boy. Ed's not gonna like this one.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the most, it's talked about quite a lot, isn't it?
One of the most
Dwight
controversial
Howard
MVP years ever.
Oh, you mean poor man's John Morant? You mean that guy? Oh, sorry.
That's so harsh,
Stop
man.
it.
Also,
that's not.
Bray, what happened to them in the playoffs?
Championship.
Oh yeah, Derrick Rose tore his ACL, and
We were watching it live.
We were watching it live. Derrick Rose tears his ACL, and then Philly bounced us out of the first round. That's horrible. I can't believe I saw that live. That was not a high point for me. Yeah. Anyway, we've got our first repeat offender back for the next 2 years.
Harris, take it away.
Yeah, surely got to be LeBron again.
Yeah. Who was he playing for?
That'd have been the Heat.
Yeah. He switched teams, didn't slow down.
I did like the nickname, the Heatles. Pretty good, you know.
Yeah. They had obviously the way it came about was really bad, but like the team themselves was really cool. Like the swag, the shoes, the everything. Like it was awesome. I can see why so many people jumped on that bandwagon.
I just also want to say that press conference of them is still one of the most embarrassing press conferences of all time. Because what did they say? Not one, not two, not 3, not 5, not 4 or 5, not 6, not 7. They went up to 7.
Come on, like maybe stop at 3.
And also they said, yeah, once we get played, like the game's going to be easy. So I loved it when Dallas beat him in the finals.
Oh, that was all time.
So good.
But and then actually the one thing I love about the LeBron James year, like the last one he won, he was like crazy efficient. He was like just destroying.
He didn't take any
people.
threes.
Yeah,
didn't take any
shoot
threes. He refused it.
He was just like mid post, kill everyone, like average 25 and 10, like and what? Incredible. All right, one-time winner coming up next.
What year was that? Sorry, Bray. What year was that again?
So that was 11. So LeBron won it 08, 09, 9, 10. Derrick Rose picks it up in 10, 11, and then he wins 11, 12, and 12, 13.
10 years later, he's leading the league in points. What a guy.
It's mad that he hasn't won an MVP since.
Yeah, mad.
But then again, the competition is pretty ridiculous.
Well, you see, this is where we get into the kind of, now we're starting to see people, and obviously LeBron's still at the top of his game, but now we're starting to see people who are like really in their peak coming with the next one. So 2013, 2014. Who do we think that was?
So 13-14, that was the year before uni for us.
I believe that might have been KD.
Correct. The Slim Reaper. Back when he was on OKC, a machine, absolute machine. I believe he had Russ on his team, but no Harden.
I just want to say as well, that season with KD turning into an MVP, they said he was a scorer. And I think Russ went down for the season or for a big part of that. And he basically upped his assists like by a ridiculous amount, like doubled it. And obviously the emotional press conference as well with his mum, which is was very heartwarming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You real MVP. That's classic press conference. That one, I love it. All right, 2014-15. That was a big year for basketball. That was a proper breakout, both in terms of basketball and in, I think, the culture as well.
That was that. Go on, Matt.
Is it Steph?
It certainly is. Steph Curry. He won back-to-back years. I believe the second
unanimous.
Year, the second year. Was it the second year the unanimous or the first one? I can't remember.
I think it was the second.
But yeah, like his breakout party. Like you kind of towards the end of the previous season, they did actually do quite well in the playoffs. It was like, oh, hello. And the following season, incredible stuff.
I remember Bleacher had an article, and the main premise of it was how would Steph do if he was on any other team in the NBA? Like, how would that team fare? And like, it was really interesting reading them write about if Steph was to be the starting point guard of all the teams in the lottery. They were like, yeah, they'll be in the playoffs. Yeah, they'll probably be in the playoffs. Yeah, they'll probably make it to the finals. All the other things. It's like just the impact he had around the whole team and how just that changed everything.
Yeah. And to be fair, I haven't played anyone on a playground who could shoot a catch and shoot three. No one can do it anymore. They've given up. It's only off the dribble now, and all thanks to that man. All right, 2016-17. So this is 5 years ago. Not very long ago. One of the more controversial ones, I'd say, in recent history.
Wasn't controversial because I was there. I was lucky enough to see an MVP in this season. That's the West Beast with the first of his triple-double seasons. And one of the best things was about that is on the game that he needed to break Oscar Robertson's record, he hits the game-winning three against the Nuggets when they're down 2 in Denver. Insane.
Yeah, I mean, also that's massive because narrative-wise, if they lose that game but he breaks the record, it's like, yeah, he's just chasing stats, isn't it? But he wins the game as well. Changes that. They were an 8 seed though. It just kills me. I swear they were an 8 seed. They were a
7 seed.
Oh right.
I went to the Houston series. They were either 7 or 6, but they lost 4-1.
Yeah.
I went to game 4 when Steven Adams had to rebound and pass that out to Westbrook at the 3.
I would say it is the status quo for like a top 14 to have the MVP on it. Just normally like they reward.
Stand by it, Bray. I stand by it, man. Yeah, I don't think it's controversial.
Mad. 5 years ago, and now everyone's like, he's trash. He needs to be traded from LA for John Wall. So yeah, that's what 5 years can do for you. All right. We continue the theme, I guess, in the following year. We've had Kevin Durant, we've had Russell Westbrook, and who won it in 2017-18? The beard. James Harden completes the goal of the Oklahoma City trifecta. Mad that between 2013 and 2018, though, like Durant, Westbrook, and Harden all win an MVP, but it just doesn't even matter because the Warriors have taken over the league. Like,
yeah,
just how you would never be like, yeah, that's totally what's going to happen. Like, you'd never call it.
Harden also, it's coming up. We'll talk about it. But the Harden one's weird because the play style, again, it's all directed towards him. So, of course, he's going to have a favourable stat line. His teams didn't really do that well. They messed up when they should have gone to the finals. And then also, he wasn't on the floor when that Clippers meltdown happened. So
comeback.
I mean, no, to be fair, if Chris Paul isn't injured, if he doesn't go down, I think they win a chip.
Who was it?
Really
Josh Smith and
that was the Clippers one. That was a couple of years back. But
right.
the one where Chris Paul was there, and I think he pulled his hamstring in Game 5. This is after he hit the shimmy, and I think if they play Cleveland in the finals, I think they win. I do.
Yeah, mad. Mad. What again? Like the drama in these years is crazy. All right, back again. International MVP number 3, won it in the following 2 years.
Got Harris.
Giannis.
The Greek freak, 2-time MVP, and then everyone got bored voting for him. I mean, we're going to get onto it, but what a man. And last year's NBA MVP was...
I've actually forgotten who won it last.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Stop it, Alex. We're going to put you on the spot now.
Who the hell won it last year? I actually don't know.
We know who didn't win it. It wasn't Giannis, but it was.
Oh, yeah. The Joker, yeah.
The Joker won. But see, he's blocked. It was too painful that they didn't give it to Embiid, so he's blocked it out of his memory.
A lot of people are like, you've either got to like Embiid or Jokic. They don't. Just enjoy them both. That's how I see it. Going back to Giannis, that Harden year where he was like dropping 50, 60 all over the place and he didn't win it. That was also controversial. That was just another point I was saying that.
Yeah, I think it was kind of the voters going, yeah, but we're fed up of watching you play this way. I don't like. It's like it was like I want to see Giannis fly around the floor. I don't want to see James Harden shoot 20 free throws a game.